Hello, my name is Dave Walker, and I am a coach and storyteller, also known as the dude who likes to share. And today, my topic is I am a failure. Would you like to be one as well? I have an idea and a next step to try out. So if you'd like to join me in being a failure and have a next step and a tool for you that will help you do even more of it moving forward, feel free to listen on. For those of you who are looking at being more successful, you might also want to listen in as well, because I think I have something for you as well. Um, how long have I been a failure? Probably most of my life. Not as much as I have been, I guess, the last 5 years, especially since I left my role in the corporate world and I've been starting up my own business in the coaching and storytelling, and everything has been very new to me. So I have been failing and failing a lot, and I'm trying out a lot of things, so I failed even more. And so far, nothing nasty has happened to me. I would actually say that I'm all the wiser having done so. Um, Especially since I came across a definition. I forget when it was, if it was a year and a half ago, and it's on my wall here somewhere. And it's failure, and they define the word fail as first attempt in learning. So I really like that. So it just gave a whole context to me going out and trying things out. And, it's pretty tough when you're doing things for the first time to get it right as well. So the quest for perfection, I will leave that to others. I am pursuing the path to failure. Now, one of my colleagues, his name is Hugh Culver. He's a fellow, I'm also, in addition to being the coach and storyteller, one of my storyteller hats is a professional speaker. He's one of my colleagues here in Canada. Um, he had a few tips. He had his top 3 tips. I've got them on my door over there in yellow. I won't turn my back on you there. These ones right here, I'm not going to turn my back on you to get those. I've written them down. Two of them I think are kind of appropriate for this. One of them is fail fast and fail often. And the other one is create a sense of urgency. Now, I also have on my wall some inspirational quotes, things that kind of resonate with me, and there's one that I want to share with you. So I'm just going to put my glasses on here for a second and read it. This is by Reid Hoffman. So for those of you who don't know who Reid Hoffman is, he's the founder of LinkedIn. And this is the quote I've got on my wall to inspire me and anyone else who's listening, whether from a coaching or storytelling perspective. So he says, if you are not embarrassed by the first version of your product, or in my case, service, you've launched too late, right? So hence me reaching out as quickly as I can and failing as quickly as I can. I think I'm going to be more in line with launching at the right time. So what I've done is I've developed a tool. So I'm going to share the tool that I've come up with you, and if you want, you're more than welcome to steal it or borrow it or whatever. I've not copyrighted or trademarked it yet. I'm going to call it my idea cards. So it's an idea card. One of my strengths, by the way, is if you've heard some of my other blogs or if you've been to my website and read it, one of my strengths is ideation. I love coming up with ideas. One of my other strengths is the activator. I also get impatient to get out there and try things out. Sometimes too impatient. So to me, that's a good mix for coming up with some ideas of how I can fail. And that's the ideator in me. And then the activator in me is figuring out how quickly I can get out there and fail and learn from them. So I came up with these cards. So it's a card. What you basically do is you've got your idea. So you fill out your idea, also known as a way to fail. And then you flip it over and you've got your next step and the timing in making it happen. So idea of the way to fail, and then kind of the next step, how do I go out there and test it out and to put it into action? And one of my modus operandi is making things easier on ourselves. So think of a way that you can fail, but make it easier on yourself so that you're maximizing the learning. So to test it out, I put one together for me. I'm going to share an example of what I'm going to do as far as my next step to failure once I'm finished this call. Beforehand, though, I just wanted to share, um, you know, my experience around the failure. It has been scary at times. It can be overwhelming at times. So one thing I've learned, and one thing I've seen others, and what I've learned in my coaching and storytelling journey from others as well, is often, our goals and aspirations and our visions can be quite daunting. And sometimes the best way forward is just to take one next step. So think of what that next step is. So this is called an idea card with a next step. It's not idea cards and multiple next steps. So for me, I'm going to come up with what's the one idea that I can do. And my challenge for you is think of something that you would like to do, and think of what idea you could come up with in a way that you can fail, and think of how you can put the timing together to make it happen and fail fast, and learn from it so that you can come up with your next step. So my idea card for today is going to be, my idea is share my hypothesis on using failure to move forward and succeed with as many people as I can. And my next step in making that happen is I'm going to post this to LinkedIn. I might post it to some other social media, but to honor the quote today from the founder of LinkedIn, I'm going to post this on LinkedIn either by the end of today, but I don't want to put too much stress on my learning curve. So either end of day today or by the end of day tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to connecting with you again. Have a great day and fail fast and have fun while you're doing it. Cheers.